Shalom, Israel. When the start souls by giving no praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, the most possible GMS, and honestly, brothers are doing the work in truth or sincerity. Answer to just quick answer to what a quote age old question, which really isn't age old because people in the ancient times basically didn't they understood this question. I'd say it's probably a more recent problem, right? But it's the question what happens when you die, right? And the answer here is in the scriptures, but I literally just wrote it down here in the Google, so I remember to do it after I went and ran some errands, right? But you just see what Esau has to say. It says there's only one group of people who really know what happens when you die, the dead, right? Which isn't true. When you read the scriptures, men who were alive knew what happened, right? And it's written in the scriptures that that's what happens, so that's what happens. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. Right? It says there's only one group of people who really knows what happens when you die, the dead. And since the dead won't be revealing their secrets anytime soon, it's up to scientists to explain what happens when a person dies, that's not true, right? Because like I said, the scriptures say what happens. Like mine just froze there for a second. Right? But this is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Right? So when you die, um, your spirit goes up into spirit realm, and your body returns just being a body. Your body starts decaying, etc., etc., etc. And I actually got inspiration from this video. Because I was just watching a brother's video on his channel, basically about the decomposition process, right? This is Job 3, and we start from verse 11. It says, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the knees prevent me? Or why the breast I should suck? For now I should have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Basically, I would have been dead. Then had I been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or the princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. As an untimely birth had I not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. Right, and this is making reference to the spirit realm, right? Because at the end of the day, when you like I said, when you die, you go into the spirit realm. That's regardless of whether you was wicked on this life or whether you was righteous in this life, right? So that's just another one there, right? And this is Ecclesiastes 3, and now this goes into two things now, because it's what happens when you die. Because one of the questions is, well, one of the dogma, part of the dogma that the Catholic Church pushes out is this thing called hell, right? Which isn't scriptural at all, right? So like I said, whether you're wicked or whether you're righteous, quote unquote, they go to the same place, which is why in Job the third chapter basically speaks about all of these. Speaks about there the wicked cease from troubling. Speaks about kings and princes. So like I said, that's referring to everyone, right? But then there's another. I was like, I don't know if I've read this. It says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So what happens when you die? Your spirit goes into spirit realm, and after the third and fourth generation, you come back on earth, where basically your spirit gets put into a new body, right? Body come from the Latin bodeg, which just means house, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. And then you get judged on this. This is where you get your judgment, right? Because what did Job 3 say? It says there the wicked cease from troubling, and the weary be at rest. Right, and he says, then I had been at rest. So basically, when you're in the spirit realm, you're not going through torment. You're at rest, right? But like I said, then it goes into another thing. This is Job 14:14 says, "If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come." Right? So what's that saying? If a man die, shall he live again? The answer is yes, he shall live again. Right? Because like I said, it's the scriptures go heavy in reincarnation, right? Which is why, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can attest to this. You'll meet someone, and damn, you feel like you've known this person all your life, right? And I know certainly I've been through that, especially with chicks. You just meet and you just connect with that woman. What might have been your woman in the last life? You never know. Most High knows. Scripture say there's no remembrance of the things of in our last life, but every now and then you get little inklings, deja vu. Shit, I've done this before. Have I did this before? There was another one in Second Maccabees 7. I forgot to actually pull it up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think this is it. Verse 23 says, "But doubtless," in Second Maccabees 7:23 says, "But doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginnings of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again." So when you die, so basically it's a story of the seven brothers, right? Basically they were trying to be forced to eat swine's flesh, but they wouldn't comply, so they basically got killed in front of the mother, right? And then basically she's saying, look, it's cool. Moses gonna give you life again, right? It says, "Will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not not your own selves, for his law's sake." Right? And yeah, I mean, it's so in the scriptures, you ain't no thing called hell. You got this thing called reincarnation. So literally, to surmise, when you die, you go into the spirit world, you come back on earth, and then you basically live out the life and all the judgments from the previous life. Right? That's why Jake's. You find babies basically bad things happen to them from when they're young, whether it's they die straight away or whatever, what have you. But what does the scripture say? Job 4:7. Right, it says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where will the righteous cut off?" So you might ask, but it's a damn baby. How the hell can they have done any wickedness or wrong? In fact, Romans 9, basically, nah, that's not what I want. It's like, well, basically, you might be thinking, baby, it's not done any wrong, right? But like I said, you get judged on when you come back on earth, right? It says, as we read in Ecclesiastes 3:16, and this is Matthew 19:28. To finish it, right? It says, "And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration." What does that word regeneration mean? Let's look it up, right? Rebirth, right? Spiritual renovation, especially messianic resurrection, new birth, reproduction, renewal, recreation. Right, to be created again. It's basically when you're back in the flesh. It says, "When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." Now tell me something. Has this happened? No, it hasn't happened. So was Yahushua lying? No, he wasn't lying. So what was he talking about? What must have he been talking about? He must have been talking about reincarnation. So with that, hopefully I've answered this question here, what happens when you die? And hopefully you've been edified. And that, I'm going to say shalom.